Are you gonna tell us what's hiding there behind the console?
Oh,
You're like looking at it.
I fucking we have I don't think we've had mint on pouches before, but we do now. So we're trying a mint on pouch.
I can't imagine we haven't, because I feel like that was the first flavor we did.
Seriously?
What was our first on flavor, if not mint?
I have no fucking idea. It might have been mint.
You know, John.
Spearmint. Yeah,
Spearmint?
It might have been spearmint.
Is there a difference? What the fuck is spearmint?
Dude, that's a good question. But I will say there is a difference.
Okay.
And a lot of nicotine tobacco, they don't even have spearmint as an option. They just have mint.
I feel like spearmint is generally sweeter.
Yep.
Do I know what it is?
It's usually greener. You know, it's green.
It's always green.
Yeah.
I see.
Steals
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
mint's like sharper. It's like it's like
fresher.
I don't know. Yeah, fresher. I guess spearmint's like sweeter.
Does that have anything to do with throwing a spear like a Spartan? Or
Maybe.
No? Okay.
That may be a thing.
Straight from Sparta. That's where it originates, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should jump right into your topics, though. I'm real curious.
All right, any
I
topics
gotta
I
know
prepared?
what the fuck. Are we supposed to mix?
Oh, okay.
that
You're just
with
wondering what
the
no,
beer?
just the Dr. Pepper was. I feel like a lot of people really hate Dr. Pepper. Do you guys? How do you guys feel about Dr. Pepper?
I'm a known Dr. Pepper supporter, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you know, yeah, I
as
know how
you-
many
as
podcasts
usual-
you've told us that one.
No,
all of them,
I
actually.
honestly, the funny thing is, I do feel like he.
It does ring a
has
bell.
been
Yeah, he said he
Yeah,
likes
a
it
fairly
before.
avid
Dr. Pepper is
supporter.
yeah.
Dr.
My favorite
Pep-
soda, probably.
You ever taken a
regular-
bullet for Dr. Pepper though?
Dude, if he was present and he was getting shot at, I would.
Okay, so I think I have a bad
Case of diarrhea?
upbringing.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. That'll be for later. But a bad upbringing with Dr. Pepper because for a while that's the only fucking soda my dad would buy, but not regular Dr. Pepper. He would buy Diet Dr. Pepper,
Oh, okay.
which I do not find to be appealing at all in the slightest.
Yeah, I remember seeing those in your parents' fridge, like even when you were still living there.
Well, dude, because they were like the dead cheapest at Costco or something. And
That
that's
was
all
it?
he would fucking buy. And I'm like, dude, we're saving like $2 to get a horrendous. Honestly, I haven't had a regular Dr. Pepper in so long that I don't even know what.
Well, good for you, because that's not regular Dr. Pepper.
It's
Well,
good though.
But okay, as someone who likes Dr. Pepper, or I guess both of you do you like Diet Dr. Pepper?
No.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is alright, but
All right.
the regular. I'm assuming you're talking about like regular
I'm
diet
talking the
Dr.
regular
Pepper. Yeah,
diet,
I don't
yeah.
really luck with that one.
I probably had the Diet Dr. Pepper like once at your place, and I can't remember.
It's not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Honestly, I'm surprised how much worse Pepsi Zero is than Coke Zero.
Well, that's because Pepsi's shit.
I don't find normal Pepsi to be shit. But
Okay, it's alright, but I also am definitely Team Coca-Cola.
yes.
And just like if we're comparing like the the equivalent like levels of each soda all around, like and just like
Yes.
that regular shit, I just find like Coke across the board is better.
Yeah, outmanned and outclassed.
Yeah.
I like Pepsi personally.
Better than Coke.
Yeah, I just do. For some reason in the UK, they push Pepsi Max super fucking hard. Like you see Coca-Cola everywhere in the States.
Mhm.
You see Pepsi Max everywhere in the UK. Like you'll go to a store and they will only have Pepsi Max and other Pepsi products. No regular Pepsi, no Diet Pepsi. Pepsi
So like
Max.
both mirror stores across the
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then there are these signs that say like the UK prefers Pepsi Max, and they'll have like this poll result of like people preferring Pepsi
Huh.
Max. Like I don't know why it gets pushed so hard there.
They know their
it's
audience,
like
I
comical.
guess.
I feel like they just realized that they lost in America, and so they moved the fuck on, and they said
Yeah.
we need to start small
pretty
and
fair.
build our way back up. Because
Yeah,
I think I don't know, since Cokes came out, it's like I don't think that Pepsi's been winning.
yeah. I'd say like, the only places you see Pepsi is like was it Taco Bell and then like Burger King and Popeyes because I think I
Fucking
don't even know
Top
for
Golf.
sure. Top Golf.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a weird one. That threw me for a loop.
Hmm.
And honestly, it's kind of funny. I think they're ashamed of it because somebody asked for a Diet Coke, and they're like, "Yeah, we can get you a Diet Coke." And then I was like, "Oh, I'll have that too." And the guy knows that I like Coke Zero, and so he's like, "You don't want to have a Coke Zero?" And I'm like, "Okay, like fuck it, you guys have Coke Zero." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, we have Pepsi products."
I'm sorry.
She was
sir.
trying to slough it off.
Yeah.
She didn't want to admit it.
My apologies.
So
Yeah.
Deserved.
that was a funny one. But no, I like regular Pepsi. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like.
I don't dislike it either. I just don't think it's as good as Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just
Yeah,
on the
I
other
don't
side of it.
What's up with the cream soda though?
Yeah, so it's Dr Pepper and cream soda because other people can't see.
Are we allowed to open it?
Yeah, it is
All right.
a good time. Give them the hissing. We got a bunch of snakes in here. Actually,
Yeah.
that was a big trick.
Yeah, I've actually been bitten on the cock.
Fucking
Speaking of
Indiana
which,
Jones.
if I got bit on the cock by a snake and I really needed one of you guys to suck the poison out to save my life, would you do it?
I'll volunteer, Blaze.
Okay.
No, I
It's
think
good to know you have my back and
we
my
both
cock.
have to try, so that way it's not neither of us
Oh,
want to
okay.
talk about it after.
Yeah. Okay. It's an even kind of.
I think it's the
exchange.
mutually assured help. Like
Mhm.
And
we
then
all
I think,
know.
I think you have to suck both of our cocks.
Oh.
Even if
because
they weren't. bitten
otherwise
by a
you might
snake.
be
Yeah.
like, these
Mhm.
fuckers sucked the venom out of my.
I think that's only fair. I would do the same for you guys if I got bit on the cock.
It's nice to know you have my back.
That would be a funny. So imagine that actually worked. That would be a funny trade off where it's like, dude, I need you to suck. Like it for sure would work if you like sucked on venom and like spit it out. But you're with somebody and they're like, dude, I need you to suck my, or like, I need you to suck my cock.
Well, the thing, you don't
you're-
have to go like head on though. You can go from the
Yeah,
on
the
the
side.
No,
on the
I
bite spot.
understand. I understand, but then like, I mean, I feel like, at that point you have to say like, maybe you don't.
Maybe not,
Maybe
no.
you don't.
I think it's like giving mouth to mouth to someone. Like if it's someone who you care about, you're gonna do it even though obviously you don't want to kiss them. Obviously you don't want to suck their cock, but
Mhm.
you don't want to see them die either. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I think if you
Honestly,
see,
I might let him die for being such a fucking retard with their cock out getting bit by a snake.
let's say the thing fucking
Deserved.
slipped up their pants and it
Yeah.
bit them on the cock. They were
Alright,
swimming.
alright,
There was a
alright.
fucking river snake.
All right, that's
No,
fair.
bro, you should have worn airtight pants.
All right, that's fair.
All right, and then I was gonna finish with you see someone else though. He's like, that snake bit my cock. You're like, tough shit, man.
Tough
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know you.
You'll probably live.
Lop it off like the bitch's arm in World War Z.
Mm-hmm. A shitty movie.
Yeah, it
Did
could
not
have
see
been
it.
better.
I hear most zombie movies are shit.
Most sci-fi movies aren't that great. Good
Yeah.
sci-fi movies are great.
I guess
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it. I mean, that's almost true of every every genre. I'm sorry.
I guess, but I feel like I can like have a good time with it. Like when I watched Cloverfield, I was super surprised how negative, how much I did not like the movie. It
Is
felt
that
like
sci-fi?
We're talking about OG Cloverfield.
OG
right?
Cloverfield.
Is that sci-fi though?
What's that called?
Found
Apocalyptic.
Found footage.
Found
We're
footage?
talking about like the.
The original.
It probably is.
Yeah.
It's found footage.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a found footage, but is that what specifically we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think that's sci-fi though. Is it?
It's like sci-fi
I
found
mean, it's
footage.
it's like 5 years. Is
maybe
that sci-fi?
Maybe sci-fi is the wrong word. Maybe that's the wrong word. But anyway, I just remember watching that at Nathan's, and it was like it ends in the tunnel or whatever, and you're just like, and the credits roll, and you're like, wait, dude. First of all, the movie was short as fuck. It legitimately is like
It
they
felt
made,
long as fuck to me because it was so boring.
Yeah, but it's almost like they made like 2/3 of a movie, and they forgot to just add like the.
It got to the
climactic
interesting part,
at
yeah,
the-
and then
yeah.
it cut off, and it's like,
We could have given you a good movie, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Was the second one better?
Blue
I never
balls.
saw it.
I never saw it either.
No.
I haven't
'Cause
seen it.
Why would I give a shit about Cloverfield 2?
Yeah. I thought, what was it, John... Who's the actor in the
George
second
Clooney.
John Goodman.
one? John Goodman. Yeah. I was going to say John Hamm, but that's not right.
If I was
John
making
Hamm gained a lot
Cloverfield,
of
I would
weight.
try to put George Clooney in it just because the name. I don't know.
I'm not following.
just to get people to watch
Oh,
it. 'cause
okay.
of George
No,
Clooney.
just Clooney,
Oh, just
Cloverfield.
Clooney. Oh. Okay, I wasn't sure which way you were going.
Yeah.
I'd line them up like the title and then the name, so like
No-
it'd be
no
like
one knows what the-
overlapping.
No one knows what the movie's called.
The Clooney Clover.
George Cloverfield,
George Clover.
and his old ass would be on it.
But also co-starring George Lopez, right? With his like insane
Yeah.
splits.
And it'd start with them, jumping on the trampoline, and he does the splits.
He does the full double split. The full double split.
I can't remember. What did we decide? Was it legit?
I think it's legit. I believe him.
I think you guys were going optimistic and I was going realistic. I was taking the fall. I was being the
You
chump
think they
that-
chopped the dude's legs?
I don't know,
Movie
dude. That's a
magic.
lot of training for a 35-year-old George Clooney, 40-year-old George
I
Clooney.
mean, you know, what's his? Hugh Jackman's ripped it like
frankly,
60,
he was probably
right?
older,
Yeah.
huh?
It was.
I said he was
Lopez?
probably older.
He wasn't
than
older
that.
than like 40 at that time, was he?
How old were his kids in the thing? They were kind of old.
Were those his real kids? I can't remember.
No, I mean not his real kids.
They were
I don't-
like under 10, I want to say.
Oh, okay. I thought he had a daughter that was older, but
Maybe he had a teenage daughter. But I mean, would you put it past a Mexican to have a kid at like 20 or less than 25 even?
you know what? I believe it. I believe it. What were your topics though?
Well, anyway,
I'm excited.
Dr. Pepper just, like, do you guys know the amount of hate Dr. Pepper gets?
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
I feel like if you suggest having Dr. Pepper to most people, they're like, oh, gross, I'd never drink that. They just hate it.
I like Mr. Pibb better.
Well, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I
so
was going to
fuck
say.
you.
Or
every-
Pibb Extra. I'm sorry, I like Pibb.
Well, that
Extra.
only sort of exists. So fuck you.
I think they get rid. I think they got rid of it.
I think it did, but
I've seen it somewhere.
And
I
I
could
just started drinking.
I can buy them at my work.
Really?
Yeah, they're stocked at my work.
Okay.
So it's still in
So
production.
they're
most
they're still
likely.
being made, but it's legit. Like I saw that we have it, and that's the first time I've seen Pib Extra in like years.
Have you had it?
No.
You should have it. I'm curious
Yeah.
how you compare it to Dr.
Yeah, next time I'm
Pepper.
here, you got to bring some home.
Yeah, I guess so.
For some reason, I don't know. Well, maybe it's
Do
just because
the
I haven't had
Dr.
a
Pepper,
regular
Mr.
Dr.
Pibb
Pepper.
Yeah,
blind taste test.
Yeah, I got you.
But I hadn't tried Dr. Pepper in years, and I started trying again a couple weeks ago, and I've liked it. Although, like the first time, it's kind of like, man, why am I drinking? Like after the first drink I didn't really like. I don't know, maybe it was a bad fountain.
First time on the sauce, nobody likes it. Gotta
Yeah.
act.
Oh, so you got it from like a machine.
Yeah, it was from a soda fountain.
Well, it's, like,
Yeah,
it's
might
always
have.
like hit or miss, to be fair. Sometimes like,
That's
the
true.
sugar is off, or like they
Yeah.
replace
The other drinks in the soda fountain were good, but also was it a Sizzler? And I feel like Sizzler, I'm surprised it's a Sizzler because I don't think old people really like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It seems kind of weird, right?
It's a young man's drink.
I'm
Guess
not
so.
gonna lie. I'm gonna hop on the other take. I
Well,
feel like old people would like Dr.
You know,
Pepper.
actually, after hearing your dad likes it, maybe
Yeah,
you're right.
I was gonna
you
say-
got a lot backing that up.
from my experience.
Does he serve it to people?
Well, isn't your dad like he had you when he was pretty young, right?
He what?
He had you when he was pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then his brother, it was
Yeah,
like
he's
60
pretty
years
young.
later.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Started young.
Yeah, some people just, they got the hate boner for Dr. Pepper.
Where's all the hate that you're seeing though? Is it in real life or just
Oh,
online or what?
probably both, but I'll say at least Asians really hate it.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Well, I bet they have some fucking. They always seem to make some medicine that tastes
Mhm.
exactly like, a
Like,
soda
yeah,
that
yeah.
ruins it.
Yeah, they hate.
Or like British people in root beer. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, that tastes like all our
Yeah,
medicine.
I can't believe they hate root beer so much.
It's like if you give me medicine that tastes like root beer, I'd be all.
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty stoked.
But they like the syrupy, sweet, like grape sodas and shit still. They love Coca-Cola.
UK or Asians?
Asians.
Oh,
I don't know about it, UK maybe.
Well, all the Pepsi Max would lead me to believe they don't like Coca-Cola.
All right. Another drink topic. What do you guys think about orange juice with pulp?
I wasn't a fan as a kid. I don't know about now.
You haven't had it in so long you can't say.
Dude, I haven't had regular orange juice in like
Wow.
half a decade.
Well, I mean, I know we've had orange juice and champagne at some point.
Yeah, but frankly, even then, it's like I just have like a tiny splash, or I just prefer champagne without it.
All right.
I'm definitely a pulp truther.
You're a pulp truther.
Yeah,
Can
I'm a
you
pulp
sell me on
truther.
pulp?
Just the texture thing.
The texture, but for me, like the texture, like I just feel like these floaters in my mouth, and then I swallow it, and I just have like these little bits going down my throat.
I
don't
feel like
like
I'm
it.
drinking an orange, man. I don't know what
I
else
feel
to
like you're
tell
drinking
you.
an orange. So,
yeah.
do you chew on the pulp?
No, you just
Okay.
drink it. It just goes down.
I asked one person, and she said, "Oh, I chew on the pulp." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean you chew on the pulp? Like, how are you chewing on the pulp?"
She was on, but I think that's kind of fucking weird, to be honest.
It's a little odd. I have a food take too now that you mention it, but we can finish this first.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of orange juice with pulp. Well, I mean, I'll still drink it. I'll still mostly enjoy it. But I think the pulp, like, we're not cavemen. We can have when you can have orange juice without pulp. Why would you? I just can't imagine choosing the orange juice with pulp.
I know John can't really weigh in on this, but it's sort of the same way I feel about peanut butter. Like I'm a little more receptive towards chunky peanut butter in my old age, but I still don't really understand it because I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah, I don't really like the chunky peanut butter.
It's like
it can be
we
alright.
started
though.
making peanut butter, but we stopped like halfway through.
What do you think of
Right.
the peanut butter? Chunky or smooth?
I'm gonna go with chunky, just because we have somehow been like we have like 3 different opinions on like all our topics so far. So I'm gonna go with the middle topic, whatever this is.
Is there a
So-
chunky Nutella?
Well, I can't eat that either.
Oh, fuck.
So
For some reason,
I
I
wouldn't
thought you
know.
Religious
ate that.
reasons.
Yeah, religious related.
No. Wanna know what's weird? I used to be able to eat Nutella, and then it started.
That's what I
fucking me
fucking
over.
thought.
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
makes
I
sense.
swear
Yeah,
to
he
God.
ate it when he was in school.
Yeah,
I remember now.
I
That's a
remember
good point.
being able to eat it. And then one day, like, wait, this shit's giving me a reaction. I can't fucking eat this anymore.
Oh damn.
I don't know if it's maybe they just didn't add as much hazelnut before.
Maybe
Or-
they,
or-
they probably used like fake hazelnut
Yeah,
before.
I'm
Now they
thinking
switched
that's
to
what it
real.
is.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, we're gonna actually put hazelnuts in
Because
it,
it
and you
used
will
to-
die.
It used to be cheap as shit, and now I want to say it costs like
Mhm.
comparative to peanut butter, and it used to be like
Mhm.
cents on the dollar to get a tub of Nutella.
I was surprised how much I didn't care for Nutella when I had it because I feel like it was really, really hyped up, and then I had it, and I was kind of like, I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm not like as big a fan.
I think the first time I had it was at Nathan's place, and like his mom was telling us it was so good, and she like spread it on like bread for all of us, like his brothers too. And then I was like, oh man, like this is bad. Like, haven't you guys ever had real chocolate before?
Well, that's what I thought. I
They
thought
tell
it
us
was
it's
going to
like
be a
chocolate.
lot more chocolatey, and it was like, yeah, this really just tastes like a nut. Like,
Mhm.
All I know is like I really don't like miss it, so I'm not too. I remember like when I could eat it, I liked it, but
Mhm.
now it's like
And one
I'm
time-
not like, oh man, I'm miffed. I can't have my Nutella.
I used to really like grapes. One time I couldn't get grapes, so I was like, oh, those grapes are just super sour anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
they suck. Okay, so the other take is Asians and like just the fact that I guess at least a lot of Asians don't like super sweet stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny in Japan because I tried to try as many donut spots as possible. While I
I've
was
heard
in
the
Japan.
donuts are like elite.
Okay, so I still thought they were really good, but at the same time, I don't know if it's just because I'm used to like the sweetness. The main thing was the actual donut, not the frosting, right?
Right.
Frosting was normal, but the donuts aren't sweet, and it's just kind of annoying because it's like
And not like a cakey donut, more like a bready donut.
a little bit more, a little bit, yeah, but it's just they're not fucking sweet, and it's kind of like when I'm going for a donut.
You want like a
thinking it-
sugar overload?
Yeah, I guess. Like,
Wait, so you're playing the actual donut itself isn't sweet, like the doughy part. Is that?
yes,
The
yeah,
breading.
yeah.
Well, I don't find that the donuts here are very sweet either. It's always the frosting and shit.
They're
Oh,
sweet
but it's a
too, though.
lot less. It's
A
a
lot
lot.
less.
It's like it's not like a bagel because it's not the consistency of a bagel, but it really is like there's like no sweetness in the dough at all, and it's just the frosting. I don't know. I don't really. The texture is a little bit different, which also is not. They weren't bad. I still liked them, but at the same time, it was like these for me definitely do not beat any sort of American donut.
I hadn't heard anything about Japanese donuts.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about other sweets. I don't feel like I had that many while we were over there, but just the thing about it being like not. Some things are kind of too sweet, but it's just funny. I don't know.
All right. Other thing I want to talk about was so you put like Subway Surfer footage over the last podcast.
Yeah,
I want to ask.
you like that? You like that?
Well, the thing that gets me about is that if we do put like visuals for people to look at, which I mean you did at the end, but not like up till like I think you did the anime shirt. I can't remember what else. Anyway, like I feel like I would less think to look for a visual if I knew like oh he's just playing like Zoomer brain rot stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if people are watching it, then they're gonna see it when it shows up.
Mhm.
So
All right.
I feel like it was an interesting experiment.
No,
I'll say
I will
that.
say it was worth a shot, but I'm also thinking like
It
why-
might get like 60 views versus 50.
I'm thinking why half measure it? Why not just literally put like porn on there for people to just keep
yeah.
people hooked? You know, people are more addicted to that.
that's a
than
good
anything else.
question. Why don't you ask YouTube about that?
Yeah,
Putting
so I
s-
think we'll have to put up another version on BitChute or something with the the actual. This is what really keeps the viewers hooked. Is we just have a.
Fucking porn on it.
Porn.
I mean, on YouTube you can go with the softcore. Just women doing yoga and
Or
showing their.
breastfeeding babies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're breastfeeding, we can show tit all day long.
Okay.
So actually, we just
And
need
by
to-
like breast, we find like one video that's like 6 seconds long and just loop that for the hour, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm thinking we have like a
And
curated
most of it is
selection.
her just like shaking her tit and playing
Yeah.
with herself. But then there's a baby in the video.
Okay,
So,
so it counts as like a child.
yeah.
I think we have like a curated selection of like the Instagram thoughts that's like you can still put it on like the Safe for Works stuff, even though it's obviously supposed to be sexual, and then people know like, hey, have you seen this podcast? You know, the stuff they're talking about is, you know, half interesting, but the main thing is they just have this great selection of stuff for you to watch while it's going on, you know, and that's what keeps me hooked.
You know, I know in like public and at workplaces and whatever, it's like acceptable to pump or to breastfeed or, you know, whatever the fuck. But I wonder at what point do people start complaining when you're like legitimately like, you know, like those videos where it's basically like they're pretty much creating porn in a lot of them. It's just like with this veiled mask of like, you know, there's a fucking baby involved or something. But essentially it's like, hey, you ain't showing, this ain't no fucking tutorial on how to breastfeed.
What was the one you showed us? I can't remember what the fuck the woman was doing. She was like playing with her other tit or something.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was like
she sucked her other tit. I can't
fucking
remember.
like
She's stimulating
she's
the
like
milk
like
passages.
rubbing her tit or something. Like yeah,
And then the baby shows up and it's like,
and there's a baby, so it's okay. I think she was even like she had like her whole shirt off or something. It was just something ridiculous. It was like I don't know.
wild.
So yeah, we'd be all right with that.
All right, I'll find whatever footage we need. I'll put it up. Don't worry.
What a way to get the channel banned.
It's fine. We'll just put it up on a different channel or something.
If you take our channel down, then we're gonna upload on the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
And the next one. And the next one. I saw the movie Darkman recently. Have you guys seen it?
No, what's
All right,
Dark
so
Man?
Darkman, like the premise.
Is that like Dark Crystal?
Seen Gray Man.
I don't think it's like either of those.
Okay.
It was on Amazon Prime Video because I was at my parents' house watching the dogs, and I like to flip through it.
Well, you're watching the dogs or you're watching the movie?
Yeah,
I can do both. I can do both.
Or with one eye on each one? Or Okay, I see.
For
Yeah,
the
it's
viewers, I know you can't see him, but he is cockeyed, and so one eye is just fucking pointing at the TV, and he's got another eye.
Hey man, they weren't supposed to know that.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I think our YouTube audience and our podcast audience has to be totally separate. You know.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Anyway, so Darkman, the premise was like a man is horribly disfigured in an
Is this
attack.
a recent movie?
I think it was from either the 90s or 80s.
Okay.
Very recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Actually, when I told my dad, he's like, "Oh, I meant to show you that movie." I was like, "Really?" Anyway, the premise was something like, yeah, a guy gets disfigured in an attack, and then he's like, you know, he's ugly as shit, and he's going out for revenge, kind of thing.
Okay, what kind of attack are you talking about? Was
Yeah.
he like bitten by a dog? Or,
Acid
like, in a
attack?
war?
So it was he had like he was running a lab where they're trying to manufacture like fake skin for people, like recreate, you know, for burns, like burn wounds, like he was making a nose at the very start.
Okay.
But then when like some thugs came in because his girlfriend had like she got like some paperwork she wasn't supposed to get about like a gang dealing, trying to get land in the
secret
city.
shit.
Yeah. But for some reason he was holding on to it in his lab, and somehow they knew. I feel like this was kind of a plot hole of how he was holding it and how they fucking knew. But anyway,
He was set up.
probably.
Yeah,
Dude, the bitch fucking hated him like the whole time. So
Okay.
like it really felt like maybe
An
she set him
asshole.
up. She was a terrible fucking girlfriend. Like it started like he like basically tells her, "Oh, I think we should get married." She's like, "Eh." They'd been dating for like several years, and he's like, "Eh, have you finished your thing yet? I'm gonna wait until you're rich." Anyway, they fucking attack his lab, and like he has pressurized gas for some reason. They just let it out, and then they fucking light it up, and he gets fucking blown out through the roof, flies in the air. It has a shot of him like he's fucking on fire, and he plops down in some water. It's like you don't even know where the fuck the water is. It never showed this shit. Anyway, and also when it was starting, it was directed by Sam Raimi, soundtrack by Danny Elfman.
Okay.
Elfman. I was kind of surprised, and actually the way it was filmed was a lot like the first Spider-Man movie. Like Sam Raimi, he's kind of a one-trick pony with how he directs movies. Like they all kind of feel the same.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But also his Liam Neeson was the lead.
Okay.
Yeah, which I was kind of surprised by. And also I started to realize like,
Okay, yeah, this does sound like an old movie.
yeah,
It's Sam Raimi, Liam Neeson.
I mean,
I know they still are. They still
Yeah,
make shit
yeah.
or in shit, but like, I feel like it'd be more at the height of like, oh, let's make.
yeah, it was
Liam Neeson
before
the guy, and-
before he had gray hair, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty old. He has like the same face though, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
And probably a good
it
thing, but it's
does,
like
yeah.
the thing is like he looks old for his age back then.
Yeah, but now he looks good now.
Yeah, it was a long play, you know.
Yeah.
That's tactical.
Yeah. But I gotta say I just don't really like him as an actor. I don't know. What do you guys think of Liam Neeson?
Really?
I liked him in The Gray, and that's about it.
haven't seen The Gray. I'll give him
I've seen
that.
The Gray. Yeah.
But
Okay.
to be fair, I did not really. I don't know what. I just did not really care for any of the Taken movies.
Oh, those are like dumb fun. I like those. They're like so fucking stupid that it's like, oh yeah, this is my shit.
I'll have to see it
I
sometime.
just couldn't get into it. I guess.
Yeah, my dad was saying like
What is
how
it like that you don't like about it though?
I honestly, it's one of those things where I just can't put my finger on it. I could just give less of a shit about those movies.
Oh, neither could I. But
if his
like,
daughter was
holy
taken,
shit.
he would just alert the police.
I
and
know.
sit on it.
Well, he'd
I-
be a smart father and not let his daughter go do that trip. To
I know,
Europe.
Jesus.
To be
I
fair,
didn't know it was
to
on
be
her.
fair, she tricked him.
Bamboozled.
Yeah.
Wait, she was in on it?
No, it's like,
Spoiled.
we're just going to this like random concert or whatever. And it's like actually we're going on this like fucking
Mm.
Paris trip, and then they got abducted.
They went to India, didn't they?
Yeah. Yes.
India, France.
Dumb bitches going to India. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like his acting that much. But anyway, there were some scenes in the movie, like one where he's hunting down like the people who did it to him one by one. One of them, like he drags him into a sewer and then he like pops him up through a manhole cover and he gets ran over by a truck. The guy, and then at the end of the movie, he's holding like the big bad guy like by the ankle over a building.
Uh-huh.
The bad guy's like, "You're not gonna do this. You know, there's something different between you and me. You don't have the the gall to kill me like this." And he's like, "No, I'll fucking do it." And he just drops the guy. It's like it's kind of funny. It's like I get that Sam Raimi likes to have like a protagonist that's supposed to be like good, but it's like how good or bad are they? It's like no, it's like this guy has been categorically he's been going the whole mile. He's been killing the people. So like why even fucking say that?
Yeah, yeah.
I always find that so funny.
Joseph, tell me your favorite Sam Raimi movie.
God, I have not even a clue what else he's made.
Okay, fair enough.
I know you've seen at least 3 of them.
I'm sure I have, but
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what they were.
I could definitely tell you what they are.
I always find that
I think there's a really like evil kind of thing in my mind that like reminds me of like some like dead kind of thing, you know. But that's about it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Anyways, we go on.
I was gonna say I do find it funny because it's like when in real life when like somebody robs someone with a gun or something, and they're like, oh, but they wouldn't have killed the person or whatever. It's like they had a fucking gun, like, or they had a fucking knife, like if they have the thing, like who They're essentially saying they're willing to use it. Like, now, maybe they're not. Maybe in that moment they spaz out they're not. But at the same time, it's like, if a motherfucker's holding me over a building, bet your ass I'm going to not be calling his bluff. Like, you fucking, hold me by the ankles over a building going, nah, you don't fucking have it in you, buddy. Like when I go to fucking
Do it,
Oakland
no
and
balls.
get robbed, guy's got a fucking gun pointed at my chest. Nah, I don't think you fucking have it in you. I'm not giving you my wallet.
It's so funny you say that. I saw a video the other day of an Uber driver. Like, he's just like there. He's got the passenger in the back already, right? Some guy comes in. You could guess the ethnicity.
Okay.
Some guy puts the gun to his head. Give me your wallet. He goes like, no, get the fuck out of here. Pushes him out and just drives off.
I mean, some aren't, but I'm definitely
Yeah.
not taking the fucking chance that it's the one in, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Still got something to lose. What I like to do is
so.
I'd stop and say, hold on. You don't really want to do this. This isn't, you can turn around. You can be better.
Yeah,
You give him the moral.
I believe in you.
moral
and then I get shot and I tell my nephew, Peter,
Yeah.
he was white.
But you're also gonna get the wrong guy.
Yeah. A few years down the line.
I do have a story as well. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Does it involve an
Sam
Uncle
Raimi.
Ben? Oh,
No,
okay.
unfortunately not. So my mom's been going to the 24-hour fitness that opened up nearby, and she actually has done some like personal training sessions. And I guess the guy's kind of like I guess he likes to talk a lot, and he's 26. So
Interesting age.
yeah, interesting.
I can't imagine being
I
26.
cannot
That sounds
imagine it.
fucking terrible.
But he so anyway, he I guess he's having a kid, right? And so he shows first he shows her a ring. He's like, "What do you think about this?" Like a photo of a ring. And he's like, "Yeah, this is the ring I bought my girlfriend. I'm gonna ask her to marry me." And apparently it was kind of not a great looking ring, but it was also fucking huge. Like it
Damn.
it was like it had a lot
Mega
of
ring.
diamonds and big diamond and whatever, and
Diamonds
he's
on
like
its diamonds.
he had another ring or something. And he's like, yeah, I was gonna get her this smaller ring and whatever, but then found out she was pregnant. Like, I mean,
Oh.
she's carrying my child, so I gotta go big or something. Now, granted, this guy's a fucking personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness. I can't imagine he's raking in the dough, but I thought that was hilarious. Like, well, she's carrying my kid, so now I'm spending 6 months' salary.
Yeah, instead of the
Oh,
whatever.
jeez.
Right, and the other funny thing is, he already has another fucking illegitimate child with a woman who moved out of state. Moved to a different fucking state. And he's
He gave the
stoked.
small ring to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's stoked, and he figured, yeah, it didn't work, so... No, and he's fucking stoked about this upcoming one. And it's just fucking hilarious to me, because I literally cannot fathom that. I cannot fucking fathom being excited about having a child with my girlfriend after already that's just fucking mind-blowing, where I barely even have, like, a fucking adult job, like... I don't know.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Like,
Especially with like the fucking shitty ass prices here in North Carolina.
yeah,
Crazy.
Jesus. Not like it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like Mr. Beast brought us. Jesus Christ, that's fucking
Whoops.
loud. Great fortune, but man, times are tough now.
Yeah, I know. When the Beast Rush of 2021.
I was thinking of, playing as a bum on one of the streets that he likes to hit. So, just trying to see if he'll get the 50,000, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure you're subscribed to him.
I know, dude. I'm subscribed, I swear.
That's something funny about Italy. I just remembered is that the bums there, like, they don't look like they're bad off, but they're bums. Like they're sitting there begging, but then they'll be talking on a smartphone at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? Like I
You
can
said
see
in Italy?
in Italy.
There's a bunch
specifically.
of
Yeah.
giant ass pizza as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll get their money and then they'll go buy a $10 single slice.
Yeah, that's a bad look when you're supposed to be homeless and you're
Mhm.
sitting there on
And you
the
just
And,
don't look
yeah,
like
and they're like
15
clean
Pro
cut
Max.
and they're wearing like a nice clothes. They're not
Yeah.
dirty. It's like they have shoes. It's like, come on.
At least homeless people in America have the decency to actually look
Mhm.
like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just to
Yeah, it's
look
every homeless person.
fucking
Yeah.
burnt.
It's
And,
the
yeah, and Italy,
worst looking human you've ever
they'll have
seen.
like a pet dog that's like a purebred. It's like, come on, motherfucker, sell the dog. You get a couple grand for that.
I know for a fact that dog is not fucking cheap. Yeah,
Hey,
it's-
fucking rob someone for that dog. That's the only way it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you got a second mouth to feed. Really gonna do that?
It's like it gets passed down between each homeless person when they perish.
when they perish. Yeah.
The fucking exposure in the sun.
I love that. Even the homeless people's dogs are different. It's not some like dirty pit bull mix or something. It's a fucking like
Mhm.
a purebred.
Yep, good shape.
Yeah.
Got
Fit.
the expensive can of dog food next to him.
Yeah. They got wet food.
Yeah.
Wet food in a can opener.
Another thing about Liam Neeson, did you guys know he like pisses his pants a lot?
No.
No.
You guys didn't know that?
No.
What does that mean?
Was I supposed to know
There's
that?
so many pictures of Liam Neeson just out and about taking pictures of his pants, probably just where he pissed his pants like visibly, just visibly pissed his pants,
All
Like
right,
a full-on piss or like...
full on piss, not like just like a little dab of a drop, but like he fucking pissed his pants. It's running down his leg. He had a
Okay.
full bladder and he just let go.
This is-
I'll believe you.
Yeah, I'll take your word for
I
it.
don't know if that makes me like him more or less. Like in a sense, I almost respect it. Like he's still taking pictures with it, but it's also like, man, why the fuck are you pissing your pants that much?
I feel like I can respect someone and not like them, so I'll respect him for that, but that's not going to make me like him.
All right.
The thing is, like, I almost don't respect it because it's kind of like, man, why are you pissing your pants? I've been a few times, but like it's been too many years ongoing of the pants pissing.
All right. So
It's a problem.
so we've established that you clearly don't like Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
You have a gun. You have one bullet. Are you killing Will
I don't-
Ferrell or Liam Neeson?
I don't think I don't like him enough to kill him. But it's just like
Well,
when
then
I
you're
see him,
killing Will Ferrell.
like when I saw him in Darkman, I was like on the fence, but then after it's like, man, it's like I don't really look forward to it when I see that he's in a movie.
Well, so who are you killing? Are you killing Will Ferrell?
Well,
or
I was
Liam
asking you,
Neeson?
to be
No,
fair.
I understand.
All
but
right.
feel
Well, I
like
guess
you
I
already
would.
answered that.
It's more that I'd rather spare Will Ferrell. I feel like there's still some good movies left in him.
I think we have some disagreement.
I'll take out Will Ferrell. I'll let Liam Neeson get a shot at his fourth taken movie.
You'd have like 10 bullets in a room full of guys you don't like, and you'd put them all in.
Hitler, Toby, Will Ferrell. I'd shoot Toby and Will Ferrell.
Toby Maguire.
No, the fucking Office. Dude.
Oh, Toby
Oh,
from The
okay.
Office. I forgot.
Yeah, I'll shoot Toby. Fuck Toby Maguire too.
Alleged asshole.
Alleged
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, just put a couple in his legs too, just so he hurts for a bit.
Yeah.
Watches Will Ferrell die. He's like, he shot him. Now he's gonna shoot me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna shoot him in the legs.
Did you ever see the clip from the Troll movie where like some monster eats someone? He's like, oh no,
Yeah.
they ate him.
And then
Now
they're gonna
they
eat
eat me.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my
Oh my god!
I always forget about that. Oh my god, that clip gets used in a lot of stuff.
It does, yeah.
That's great.
I'll make sure to put it in. Don't worry. It's a good one. That's a classic. You know what we're talking about, right?
I actually do not.
Jesus Christ, that's so sad.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sorry.
a great clip
It is.
from a allegedly terrible movie.
Yeah.
That like apparently it was a sequel to another movie that was also just a total fucking bomb.
That was total bad, but also they have like nothing to do with
Yeah,
each other.
then they're completely unrelated from each other.
Yeah.
It's like they made the. How did they even get cleared for it? Who produced the
Yes,
sequel?
that is my sequel.
And they're like, actually, it's a totally different. It's like, wouldn't that like make people not want to see your movie?
No, maybe they just figured the first one was bad, so they.
Cult following, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
the second one kind of has a cult following, mostly because it has some dumbass scenes like that.
Yeah. I watched the American version of The Grudge recently. That is a shitty movie.
Is The Grudge? Wait, can you? Is that's the one where someone gets called on the phone or something?
That's The Ring.
Damn it! What's The Grudge?
There's like it's a cursed fucking like house and shit. There's like a weird child with a cat. There's a croaking lady.
Where was it originally? Like, what was the original one?
It's that, but in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And the American one is Americans in Japan.
No, that's good.
That is pretty funny.
That's what the American Office should have been. It should have been them in a UK
American
office.
office.
What? These people all talk so funny.
They fucking just they outsource them by literally moving them
Yeah.
to a different country.
That would have been interesting when Michael leaves. They get fucking outsourced to UK. That would have been a cool twist.
Yeah,
They should have done that.
yeah, that kind of could have been interesting. Yeah,
Is that when you knew you hated Will Ferrell when he was on The Office?
it didn't help. It did not help. Are
What?
you telling me you liked Will Ferrell on The Office? Maybe you don't remember it.
Partly that. Partly I think it's like, I think it was already like the show was already going to shit. I can't, like, I feel like you put anyone in that position, it's gonna, they're gonna kind of fucking cook and burn, or, was it burn and burn? I can't remember.
I have no idea what you're trying to get at.
There's like an expression for like something's gonna
Crash
crash
and
and burn,
burn.
crash and burn. You
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
yeah, they're gonna crash and burn.
I cooked it and I burned it.
I burned and I burned it. Burnt and burned.
I smoked the meats.
I smoked the meats. Smoked meats.
Was there anything here that wasn't microwaved? The salad.
Fingers crossed on that one.
Like, hopefully, it goes right. Just the salad. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing, jeez. I mean, yeah, it was a tough position to be put in, but he didn't do any favors. I don't know if they probably always plan on getting his ass out of there quick, but they definitely got him out of there quick.
I feel like a lot of people were in and out on that season. And I don't think it was
Yeah,
Will Ferrell's fault. I feel like the episode with him was still kind of fun, if I remember right. I think he was like annoying though. Probably.
yeah. I
Have
mean,
you seen Blades of Glory, John?
No, I don't think I have. Yeah.
I think it's worth seeing. It has Will Ferrell and the guy from Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
But he's not playing Napoleon. Don't worry about it. Like it'd be pretty. Like as good as he is in Napoleon Dynamite, it'd be weird if like every role
Well,
he
he
played.
is.
typecast as Napoleon.
I almost kind of want to see it though, just him playing Napoleon Dynamite in a role or like in a movie that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just doesn't fit. But it's just as though he can't play anything
It would
else.
just be like a different dictator with a different like explosive in his name.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed him in Hitler TNT. By the way.
he was living in like a bumfuck Ireland or something.
Good times.
Have you seen Talladega Nights?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
That was Will Ferrell and the guy who he always has movies with that has curly hair.
Rob
No.
Schneider.
No.
No.
I don't think he's got any with him.
Rob Schneider.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Talladega Nights
What's
is
his-
those two.
Oh god. what's
No,
his
I don't
fucking
fucking
name?
remember his name.
Yeah, that's.
It's so hard to remember.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I mean, how would you describe him other than the guy he plays with Will Ferrell in a lot of movies?
Yeah.
And I say a lot of movies, but I can only think of 3 off the top of my head.
Mhm.
But Talladega Nights is those two, but they're race car drivers.
Okay.
It's good. And
I guess maybe what Will Ferrell movies have you seen?
Dude, he's just in like fucking everything.
He is in a lot.
I can't like think off the top of my head.
You've
Just,
probably seen Anchorman.
I've seen Anchorman.
did you like
I've only seen the
Anchorman?
first. I like Anchorman.
I like Tinkerman. Yeah,
Don't look over here.
Yeah.
you've seen it.
He's seen it. That's all he's gonna say on it.
I've seen it.
It was good.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is, like, I'm thinking of, like, the main roles, right? But like, I feel like everything I've seen of him, he's not like the main fucking guy.
He does play a lot. Yeah,
He's
he
in
does. He
some-
does start. I mean, end up, guest
Yeah, some
starring
early
a lot.
2000 movies, early
Yeah.
2000s comedies. He was kind of on top of the world.
That's what I mean. It's like I feel like there's like a movie I can't think of. It's like, oh yeah, he was in that. But
Old
I don't remember.
School.
Yeah. Have you seen Old School?
It's been too long for me.
I don't think I've seen Old School.
I have not, or I don't remember it.
Right.
Joe, you just need to watch every single thing he's been in, and then you'll understand.
Unless I've seen 100% of it.
Can you put a finger on what you hate about him?
Oh my god!
other-
Why, I feel like
Other than when he was interviewing Ron Fed or John Feder.
Federer.
What's his name? Roger Federer. Roger? Is it Roger Federer?
yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah. John Federer was closer, but Roger Federer will have to do. I don't know, dude. I guess I gotta come prepared next time.
You know I'm going to ask you about.
He's going with the list
every
of
time I ask you
grievances.
about Will Ferrell.
I really should think about this more because you guys do ask me about it all the fucking time. But
Because I don't
still
think any one of
about
us
it.
hate another actor more than Joe.
No,
hates
no,
Will Ferrell.
I do hate a couple actors. that
Okay, I know
much.
that's
I
okay. That's
do.
fair, but
But
like
I
it's
al-
never mentioned as often as he dislikes Will.
Ma-
Ferrell.
You can bring it up more.
Maybe
I guess we could.
Maybe I came at him really hard one time. I just don't know.
A few times.
At this point, I'm just not sure if it's like the lingering from that, or if it's just like it's been played up so much that I don't like him that now I'm like, nah, yeah, I definitely don't like him, and so like I'm like
So
kind
now
of
the
confused
hatred's
myself.
it's coming from spite more than anything at this point.
He gets told that he hates him.
yeah,
so much that he
it's
hates
like
him.
basically, it's like
You
when,
get called a monster enough, you become a monster.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been, maybe I didn't like him at all, but then I've been gaslit into just vehemently hating him.
Fair enough. Who do you hate?
Zach Galifianakis for one.
Okay, yeah, I
then,
can get behind that.
Okay.
I can really get behind that. I'm with you there.
And then the guy in Superbad, the fat one, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
Although,
whatever. I don't give a shit
I
about
did
Jonah
see
Hill.
21 Jump Street, and he was good in that one. I'll
Okay.
give him that. Like the thing is, like I've seen a few where it's like, all right, I'm starting to almost come around on him. Like he can be the right guy for some roles.
What about the
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Dude,
I haven't
oh
seen
my
it
fucking
yet.
god.
God, I
No,
thought
before you
I
guys,
said I was
dude,
gonna see it. I
Zach
didn't.
Galifianakis is an insane pull, by the way. That's a good fucking.
yeah, that's a good take.
And
Yeah, holy shit.
it's what?
That's a good pull.
good.
That's
Oh,
that's a
good one to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even like think about that. Like, oh wait, yeah, it's like a perfect like. Fuck that guy.
Who was the one in Food Fight? I know one of them did Food Fight, the animated one where they're playing food in a grocery store.
Food fight.
I want to say it was Food Fight, so it's called. I'm not sure now.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking. Isn't that like?
It was within the last 10 years.
I'm talking about Sausage Party, are you?
Sausage Party.
Yeah.
I am talking about Sausage
Okay.
Party.
Food fight versus sausage.
Seth Rogen. Oh fuck!
Oh,
I think it's Seth Rogen. That's
yeah.
another hate.
That's another. Yeah, that's another definite hate.
Not,
Or
not,
Sausage
not,
Party.
a,
Fuck that.
not a big fan of Seth
No,
Rogen.
not at all.
Yeah. These
Holy
three.
shit.
Fuck these three.
Although to be fair, Zach Galifianakis has made one thing that I like, and
Is
it's
it the fern shit?
but the thing is, I don't
The Fern?
even really like all the Fern shit. I just
Okay.
really like the episode with Hillary Clinton, but I
Okay.
think Hillary Clinton might have just been the reason because she just
Was she
Fucking-
acting in it, or was
I mean, to a
it
certain
like
degree,
they made a?
to a certain degree, I think there's like a little bit of acting
Yeah,
involved
but
in it.
it's really like awkward, weird ass thing to watch.
Yeah.
So she plays herself in a movie, or is
No,
this,
no, this is
it's-
she's a
it's an
character?
interview.
It's an interview thing with
Oh.
Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, she did an interview with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, he does a thing where there's like it's just two seats and he's just talking to someone.
But,
Okay.
but it's really great.
But again,
Really?
it's Zach Galifianakis. So how good could it actually be?
You guys are saying this one is good.
It's
I'll say
good because
good.
it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Alright.
and it really is. But I mean, to me, that's like.
Well, I mean, I'd say that about Will Ferrell and Roger Federer when they met. It was stupid, but it was good.
Well, yeah, we could use that
Fair
same
enough.
thing here. And
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What's the fern?
A plant.
yeah, you know,
Alright.
like the plant.
Okay, but I get that. But you were saying the fern
That's what
It's
like
called between two
fern-
ferns.
between two ferns.
Yeah, they're
the-
literally they're literally
they
in
have,
a
like-
chair and there's like just a fern like in the middle of it. That's
Two
what it
ferns.
is. Or yeah, two ferns. Yeah.
So isn't it they're outside of two ferns, or like the fern is
No.
between them?
The
Or
fern. There's
is
two
it supposed to be
ferns.
okay, the ferns are outside of them. All right. First, you're saying
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like in between them.
No, yeah.
They are
it is on
between the
the
two
outside.
ferns.
Yeah,
They're
yeah. They're
between-
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Kind of like a private conversation,
Mhm.
but it's not
Although-
really private.
Outside of two ferns, that might have been a better show.
Yeah.
That would make more sense, thematically, if it,
Yeah, but unfortunately, the host of that one's Seth Rogen.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's Seth Rogen and Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
I saw like
trouble.
And
some,
only them, and they don't interview anyone interesting.
I saw a terrible,
They just talk.
Christmas movie. There was a comedy, and I think it was Zach Galifianakis. And like as soon as I saw him, like because my family had wanted to see it, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh no, like jeez, I don't want to fucking.
Yeah, he physically melted. in front
It
of
was
his
like
family.
just like a feeling of impending doom, and then it turned out to be terrible. And he's just constantly shooting in. Oh, actually, I'm Jewish. I don't really celebrate Christmas. It's like we fucking get it, man. You're wearing a fucking Christmas sweater with the blue Jewish stars on it. We get it.
The bluish stars.
Yeah, the Star of Blue.
The star of blue.
And he had this number tattooed on his arm.
Uh,
Did you guys see in the Discord the picture I posted of like a comic? Let me see if I can find it real quick. It starts off like,
I
You wanna-
did see
you wanna
this.
read
yeah,
it?
okay. Hey, you two, we're supposed to be fumigating the boathouse. What are you doing? And then the next panel, two of them are saying, oh, chum, we're painting numbers and all the bugs. A crucial step. The guy says, Foxford, what's the point of giving them numbers if we're just going to... He just gets frustrated as he rises.
I'll be honest, I don't fucking get it.
You don't get it.
I
why,
really
Why are
don't.
we putting numbers on the bugs if we're just going to fumigate them?
Okay, yeah. I get it now. I still don't think it's very funny.
it's all right.
For me, it was like instant fucking clicked, and I was laughing out loud. I don't know.
I thought the one about the Jewish guy getting his money stolen was better.
What's that?
He's got him at gun. He's got the Jewish guy at gunpoint. The one guy does, and he says, "Give me all my money." He says,
Oh yeah,
No,
No,
he
I'm
says, give me
Jewish.
all your money.
"Oh, no, oh yeah, give me all your money." And he says, "No, I'm," or he's like, "Please, I'm Jewish or something."
give me
Yeah.
all my money.
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah,
Oh,
that was pretty good. It's
Yeah.
a fat one.
Yeah. When you guys were saying the fern, I thought it sounded like the title of a horror movie, honestly. That
The
sounds like
fern,
yeah.
yeah.
It sounds like it could be a horror movie title. It's always like the innocuous
Yeah,
object.
seriously, duh, and then whatever. Yep. The cactus.
Yeah.
The house.
The ring.
The ring.
The painting,
Yep.
the can,
The can.
the computer.
Hey, it's any of those. Yeah,
I
that's
spy with my little eye. The phone.
the phone. I didn't. This surprised the shit out of me. I went over to Blaze's house the other day. First time I've been there in a long ass time. Or his parents' house. I mean.
Right.
And they
No, they co-own the
actually
place.
had. Yeah, they co-own it.
Oh, yeah.
They put him on the title, and
Before he was born.
yeah, and they actually have a. They have a fucking landline still plugged in. It doesn't
That's
work.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But it's like one of those corded ones. It's just plugged into the wall just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Dude, I used to use that while we were playing RuneScape. We'd be calling on the phone.
Nice. I remember having a landline. Way back when, before the invention of the smartphone.
Cordless
obviously.
telephone.
Yeah.
Cordless telephone.
I used to be able to call them.
that number still comes in clutch for getting sweet discounts at Safeway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dude, my
wow.
parents are still using the number from like
Yeah.
where they used to live, like
Mhm.
fucking another state.
Yep. Works just fine.
Yep. I wonder if those poor bastards who got the number after try to use it for a Safeway membership and like, sons of bitches.
We've been caught. We've been had.
We've been had.
What are we supposed to do? Use someone else's phone number?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Wherever you first move, and then you steal that number, and then you never change that.
Yeah. Yeah. So my horror movie thing, I was gonna switch over to. Do you think a horror movie can work if it's not life or death?
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't see why
Can you
not.
can you think of any horror movies that aren't life or death? And I'm not just saying like, oh, body horror, they're gonna be turned into a pig or some shit, or they're gonna have their mouth sewn into someone else's ass. Like I get that. I'm saying like it's not really that high of stakes. Do you think it can still be a horror movie?
Rosemary's Baby is pretty good.
I'm not familiar. Do you want to give us a rundown?
Um,
Why should we watch it?
It's more of like
Other than you're saying it's pretty good.
Well, first of
I
all, it's
literally
directed
have
by
to be
my goat, Roman Polanski.
Okay,
You don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't, but I'll write his name down, man. You're telling me
He's the guy that is currently in, I forgot what country, but yeah, he diddled like a 13-year-old girl, and he just escaped the country, and then U.S. is like, hey, can you give him back? No.
Wait, so it's Rosemary's
Oh,
Baby?
yeah.
What was it called?
Rosemary's Baby. You
Okay.
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
And he's still like
Roman-
he's still pretty celebrated in Hollywood for like making good movies and
Yeah.
shit, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he kind of just like,
Dude's in France, right?
yeah, I think so. He kind of just diddled a kid, got away with it, and was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Um,
No, see, the problem is I don't watch very many horror movies, so
I used to like bang them out, but I just haven't like recently. I've been
watched
sort of
them
getting into them a little bit more.
A lot when I was a young kid for some reason.
Yeah.
Especially Sleepy Hollow. I would just
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that a lot.
My sister watched that recently.
You
Yeah.
see it with her? Or
No, I
you
didn't.
just knew
but-
she was watching it?
Yeah, she
Alright.
was watching it. I was like, oh, okay. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good.
it's so tough. I don't know.
Have you guys seen Shutter Island?
No.
Yeah, Future Island.
Would you say that's a horror movie?
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, a horror thriller.
Yeah, I'd say it's like more of a thriller. Like it's almost like I guess there's like horror elements. Like
Mhm.
like when he's going in the fucking like underground, it
Yeah.
starts to be a bit more of a horror setting. But like the
Yeah.
rest of it, like he's out in fucking broad daylight. They're just like doing
Yeah.
their jobs. They're going on a boat. It's like it just feels like a thriller. Like
Well, what were you talking about horror wise? Like, what do you mean specifically by horror?
just the genre, I guess.
Okay.
Like I guess they like it gets pitched as a horror movie. Like
Okay.
you're supposed to feel scared. It's supposed to be like, oh, if a kid sees this, they're gonna have a hard time going to sleep.
Okay.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
watch like.
I
any
like
horror
Shutter
movies.
Island, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Did you guys see The Lighthouse?
No.
That one is good, yeah.
That one is almost more of a horror movie, in my opinion.
No, for sure, for sure.
This fucking oh fuck, what the fuck? William Dafoe is just
Yeah.
going crazy.
He
man.
is. He's insane. He's also, the thing is, Willem Dafoe is insane in any movies.
Yeah. Did you see I think it was called The Artist or something, where he's like,
No, that's what you were telling us about.
Okay.
That we didn't watch. That I haven't watched
Right.
yet.
still gonna say it's worth watching.
Yeah.
The 60-year-old cat burglar.
Yeah. The Lighthouse was good.
Did you have an idea for a movie that didn't involve life or death, but it was just really scary?
I think we definitely could cook up some for sure, but I think that
I'm just blank. I'm sure they exist.
I think it might be interesting because I feel like a lot of people say like, oh, horror feels like it feels like too repetitive at this point. A lot of people say
Well, there's always like, weird like.
the stakes are always the same. Is the thing. It's like, oh, this person's gonna kill me.
It's a pretty big one, though. It's a pretty big one of
I guess
I might die.
it turns into more of a psychological horror if the stakes are less
Yeah.
high. Like more of like I don't want this thing to happen, even if it's not necessarily the worst thing, or it's like they have a
Yeah.
weird tick about it, or they have like a bunch of lies catching up to them, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I get what you mean. Yeah, on like a conceptual level.
I got one.
Yeah.
You have an illegitimate woman with a child. You have to pay child support. You never see this child. You get another woman pregnant. She tries to fuck up your life. You have to pay child support. You're living like a slave. You're sharing a room with 5 people because you can't afford to live. Horror movie.
Man, so like it does it in the way this movie progresses. Is it like that's how it starts? Is he's already in this position, or is it like you just see his life like as this stuff is all tacking on? and, like,
It starts out like most horror movies. They're having a pretty good time. He's having sex.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh,
you see
yeah.
his nut just go off inside of her. And then all of a sudden it's like, "Dah!" And
And
then
it's like a
fucking-
hentai, and they show
cuts.
hentai, and they show the fucking sperm cell sitting in the egg.
Yeah. It's like that.
He's thinking about the Pokemon. While
Yeah.
talking about hentai.
I haven't
Hentai.
been on the sauce enough, man.
I know. That's a psychological horror.
What do you think would be the climax of it? Like, how does he get? Does it just end with like he's just like miserable? It's
Well,
like a
I mean, it begins with the
Sisyphean
climax,
situation.
Sure.
It ends with him being like an alcoholic, like 52-year-old man whose
just-
kids hate him.
Yep, just working to support people who fucking hate him.
Yep.
Yeah.
No retirement, and then right when he's free of child, I got it. Right when he's free of child support and he's finally starting to make his way, he gets bit by a tick and becomes paralyzed.
Ah,
God damn it.
that one's painful.
What about the invention, the time machine that's going to bring him great fortune? No?
And he thinks he invented a time machine. And he's
Well,
meeting,
he just needs the investors.
it's too bad.
He knows
Oh, you're
the
right.
Chinese would invest in him.
I
Yeah,
know. The hot Chinese women.
He also would get sex on the side.
yeah. By the Facebook whores, right?
I wonder
Oh,
what
yeah.
mentally was wrong with him as well to think that there was Chinese hot women talking to him. Well, actually, all of it. The time machine, yeah.
Yeah, what really pushed him over the? I guess it was probably like the accumulation of stress of like his wife leaves him for not another man, a woman.
Yeah.
That was a pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
brutal one. That
Yeah.
one will hit you in the gut. That's that's a double punch to the gut. The
Yeah.
son basically disowning him, nothing to do with the son.
That's a psychological horror
Yeah,
movie.
that
right there,
is.
dude.
Yeah, that. Oh, we should make a James
That's
Gwyneth
not a
film.
life or death. That's just
My James Gwyneth, you mean like if you were to name a protagonist anything, you would choose James
Oh, yeah.
Gwyneth, right?
I don't know
Okay.
why that
Well,
name
only
just
if
comes
it's
to
a
my
tragic hero.
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Tragic.
Need more movies like that.
If there
Yeah.
was no other reason to play Bad Eggs, that would be the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing how just nowadays you play games, you're not gonna run into people like that.
No way.
No.
You're not gonna be able to put a Chinese flag on your user thing, and then people are gonna actually fucking fall for it somehow.
I know. And nobody's gonna believe you.
Imagine what a fucking jackpot would be if you actually ran into 3 hot Chinese women hanging out together, and there's like, oh yes, we of course are interested.
We're
Yes.
interested. Give us your time machine.
We're-
Give us sex.
After absolutely fucking you in this game,
Yeah.
we were rolling them every single time we played him.
We are so interested in your mid
I
50s year old
think
self.
I think we toned it down specifically so he doesn't feel like he's gonna quit.
We
And then
probably
I think we
did.
did that. We're like, all right, we have to like barely hit him each time.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of thing. Like,
It
just
is an
splash
art
him.
to keeping people in the game because we definitely did that with certain
Oh,
people
yeah.
where it's like,
Oh,
all
we
right,
definitely
let's,
prolonged that game's lifespan by quite a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
The life givers, they call us.
We're talking to
The
like
life
when we
givers.
had someone that we recognize their name, like, all right, if we beat this guy too bad, they're gonna rage quit.
Yeah.
We had to like tone it down.
It was kind of funny how some games actually ended up like that, where it's like, oh, we want a good game. Either there's some reason we find you interesting, or you're actually
Yeah.
halfway decent. We want to keep you.
Yeah, and then
Keep
just
you on
like
the hook.
I mouse slipped and I shot my teammate with a shotgun.
Right, blasted him in the ass.
He was
with
like
a
walk
frying
under an
pan.
overhang and just blam, just shoot right in the ceiling.
I like the cannon fodder of using your frying pan to launch a teammate to the other side.
I think we did that on purpose a few times. Like if it was just like
Yeah.
really like we had 3 of us really clumped up. It's like all right, we have to move them.
Well, it's like, think of it as like a teleport for your teammate, but the cost is just, some life.
Yeah,
20 health. I mean, you only have 3 teleports, so
Yeah.
20 health's kind of.
it's not bad.
I mean, if you're
Not
gonna
bad.
both be hit anyway, it's worth it.
Right, you're
Yeah.
high health still.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do these things sometimes.
Yep.
Take one for the team, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Take one for the team.
You think Chris Kyle ever just shot his sniper up in the air and hit someone with it?
I think that's how it got started.
Ah, I see.
Who's Chris Kyle?
It's a guy.
Yeah. No one important.
It's a good shot.
A funny kind of thing to think about. I wanted to ask you guys. So obviously, To Catch a Predator, very funny show, right? And
Yeah.
all that stuff. Do you know there was like a weird like one-off episode? I don't remember what exactly
yeah.
it was. It was like to catch like a fraudster or some shit like that.
Like he's
right?
a bounty hunter.
Yeah, no, he's hitting.
Was this one where he had like blonde hair and?
I don't remember. What did he do?
He's like, oh yeah, brother. That guy did bounty hunting, right?
Yes, sure. Why not?
You're talking about the dog guy?
Yeah.
He's talking about dog, but
Oh,
he's
yeah.
trying to complain with like Hulk Hogan or something.
Yeah.
That wasn't Hulk Hogan.
No.
Oh, that's Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I thought Hulk Hogan was Dog the Bounty Hunter.
He could,
Pretty
I haven't
close.
seen
It's
I haven't
pretty
seen it in
close.
20 years, man.
It's not the
be
most
fair,
far-fetched thing.
That was on the
No.
TV, 20 years ago, and
I
I did
guess,
not
yeah.
seen it since.
But I was gonna ask, like, okay, so he's going after like literally any kind of, scam baiting, I guess, or whatever the fuck you want, or just any kind of crime. What do you think a funny follow up to predator slash fraudster would be? What crime would you set up a sting for?
I think it could be interesting to set up people who lie about like getting raped,
Oh, okay.
and so you're trying to catch the women.
Okay.
So you have to seduce the women
Okay, so Chris Hansen is seducing women.
and having life-changing sex with them.
Mhm.
Actually, no. He's
Pipes them
having
down.
extremely mediocre sex with them, so where they want and kind of like not public sex, but public about it, to where people are going to find out. And he's got a wonderful charm, but he's really somehow unattractive, and not someone they really want to admit to consensually sleeping with.
Uh-huh.
And so, and then but he films it all, so that they know it's consensual. And then after the fact, when they falsely accuse him, then he goes for the confrontation.
Okay, that would be interesting. But I'm wondering, how does he actually get them in bed consensually at this point? It sounds like he's unlikable.
No, he has a wonderful part. His charisma is off the chart.
Okay.
He's amazing. People don't know that except for the girl, because he's focusing his attention on his target. But then all the other people, he kind of plays like weird, whatever. I think it's very nuanced. I think he's
So is there like he hangs around in the area later, and he's obviously addicted to like her girlfriends and shit, or like how does she know that he's actually someone she wants to fuck over?
Wait, say that again. How does she know, or he know that she?
How does she know that he is someone she wants to fuck over and reverse rape? I don't remember what rape accusation him. How does she why is she doing this?
Well, because she's embarrassed about sleeping with him.
Why? Because you just said that his charisma's off the charts.
Off the charts with her, but he's real. He's real.
How does
okay.
why does she sleep with him?
Because all these things are happening after the fact.
So he has to hang around afterwards.
So the sex. No. Oh, maybe.
So it's
no.
Is it a one night stand, or is it like
I think it's a one night stand. It doesn't matter. It could be whatever. But I think it's more a one night stand because that's more believable. And he becomes very awkward during sex, and the sex is very short and terrible.
Okay.
And so I think that's how he does it. So it starts off like real good, fairly positive,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes downhill like very quick in the bedroom.
He just beefs it when he's finishing the deal.
Yep.
So
And then he's like
And he lets
kinda
on that he has a lot of money.
awkward, clingy about it. I think he's gonna have to take some swings at this because I think it's gonna take some time. Like even if you think a girl would do that, I think you just
Mm-hmm.
you might not get it on the first try. So he's gonna have to sleep with a few of them.
Does he film them fucking though?
Yeah, of course.
Are people allowed to do that?
I doubt
I
it.
don't even
but,
know.
But he does. This guy covers his bases.
Yeah.
All right.
He takes him back to the hotel room. It's all rigged up. There's even a camera in the toilet.
That's great. He takes a fat shit every time too.
yeah, he takes a
stinks.
stink bomb.
It stinks her fucking whole place up. Like he
Yes.
fucking forgets to flush it.
Yes, dude. Everything bad goes on. He starts right after sex. If he goes to her place, he starts pulling food out of her fridge, eating real nasty, like with his hands and his mouth open and shit.
She finds like a stinky condom wrapper under the bed too.
Actually, maybe even so, he keeps his dick like real stinky.
Oh. Okay.
So, but at that point, she's kind of like committed. She feels like kind of embarrassed or whatever to like stop. But like after the fact, she's really gonna go like, that was fucking disgusting.
Does he
But, like,
sleep
in the
and he's there in
moment-
the morning?
I think he sleeps. He's there in the morning, kind of awkwardly
does he
fumbles
piss the
around a
bed?
bit. No, because that might make her feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he pisses the bed. I think he pisses all over her bathroom in
Oh,
the
okay.
seat,
Yeah.
and kind of like does a very half-assed job of cleaning it up.
Does he pretend like he's drunk, or does he get drunk?
I think that he tries to find women that are very mildly buzzed, and
I know he can't get them wasted.
and
but-
he is also mildly buzzed.
All right.
But
I've seen if that could be
that's
like an awkward angle. Like he has sex with her, and then he's like, I gotta go. He just fucking vomits in the toilet right after.
And any of these things are good options. Any of these.
There's a
things,
lot of ways to go. He could get at least one fat season of like every time he's fucking a girl in a different way. I mean, like metaphorically fucking her.
Yes. Yeah. He switches it up. I
Being
think he
the
could switch
worst
it up. When he takes a shit, he doesn't flush. And he kind of shits like really on the side. It's like almost to the point where you're like, how did the shit even land there?
What he does, he sits backwards on the toilet, so he just shits right on the fucking the dry part of the bowl.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
He doesn't flush.
Yeah.
There's also no way to. There's no proof that you ever wiped either.
He cleans
There's
his,
an unused toilet roll.
he cleans his ass in the sink.
No, all the wipes are in the trash.
There's some wet wipes in the toilet bowl.
And when he comes out of the
Oh,
bathroom,
but he didn't use that before his ass. He just like wiped his
Yeah.
hands.
and he makes no, and he
He's
makes
like stinking of shit almost when he fucks her.
Oh, that's good. That's good too. And also, when he comes out of the bathroom, he makes a big deal about like, "Woo! You're gonna need to let that clear out for a bit." And then it turns out the turd is still in the toilet.
Even if she has to go pee, he's like trying to keep her out of the toilet, like at least until the morning or so. He's like trying to figure out any reason he can, like, oh, it stinks there. You should go, like, go use the, go use your neighbor's toilet.
Yeah, you go use your neighbor's
I'm
toilet.
embarrassed. Had some enchiladas, before I was, met you.
That, yeah, I think that's my theory for what would be a good follow up to the, Creditor and Predator.
Yeah.
I like it. You sold me on it.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is Shark Tank. You just got my investment.
Yeah.
Did they have like a Shark Tank for like a TV show or a movie?
They should.
That'd be good.
That actually
I feel like
would,
there could be some
that
really good
actually
ones.
could be interesting.
Because like, yeah, like having it'd be like competitive. The not as good ones would get weeded out, and like only like just like, man, this guy had a fucking gem, but he had no way 99% of people don't have the means to make a movie.
Well, and even if they get to a certain point in the thing, with pitching it, that a certain number of them get to make pilots too. So you actually get to see like parts of it, or that the people, judges, whatever, can see the whole thing. Studio executives or whatever.
No, it'd probably just be a script.
Well, the script I think is a start, but then I think once you get, it's almost like a combo of Shark Tank and like America's Got Talent or like American Idol or whatever.
So they would like play act a scene from it or something.
Well, maybe,
That
but
might
I'm
be
saying
good.
I'm saying eventually, like the the last 12 contestants or something, literally going to make a pilot of their show, or 6, or however many contestants actually get to make a pilot of a show. And then it's like some of them, it's like, oh shit, that's good, and then other ones like, oh no, this actually sucks when you put it in.
It sucks balls.
Yeah.
I'm sold on that idea. I think that's an interesting idea.
So we pitched this show to the show.
To the show,
Yeah.
pitch the show to the show.
I
Yeah.
see.
So it'd be coming out of our budget to have these shows actually made. The thing is, I guess we'd also get a cut of when they're successful.
That's true.
The only hard part is getting the ball rolling. Once it's rolling, I think this is just going to pick up speed.
It's a winner.
Yeah.
It is a
Because
winner.
you're only going to have good shit made.
Yep. There's a lot of good ideas in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Only the best.
We
Only
have
the
some other
best.
good ideas I don't think we've talked about on a podcast, such as like a plane that allows smoking. So it's specifically, every single plane is no smoking so hard, and they have like a no smoking light lit up all the time. What about a plane that's exclusively like you are allowed to smoke on this flight?
The smoker's plane.
And it's not a private plane. This is a public airline. It's got like 100, however many hundred seats on it. And the airline's claim to fame is that you are allowed to smoke on this plane.
I see.
That honestly, that would be just such a cool experience to be on a commercial airliner and everybody fucking smoking.
That's the thing. Is like almost everyone on that flight would be smoking a good portion of the time.
Yeah.
Do you think those flights would be cheaper than like a regular one?
I don't think they could actually be that much cheaper. Is the thing.
Yeah,
No.
I guess.
I mean, I don't know how much their profit margins are. At least starting off, it's like I don't think you can just make it by just price cutting.
And I only think it would work in specific locations. Like it couldn't be flying everywhere, but there's got to be specific, like, well-traveled routes where it's like people are thinking like, man, I wish I could smoke on a plane.
That's what the thing that like makes it more likely is if an airline decide, all right, we're gonna offer one of our flights that goes, from the U.S. to Japan or something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a smoking flight. Like
Yeah.
like just one of the time slots, it's gonna be a smoking one.
I would love to be on that flight just to give it a shot, just to be around the other people. There's no shame in anyone's game. Imagine being the person on that flight that's complaining about the smoke.
That'd be the problem if it was cheaper. Then there would be people like that.
I didn't know this was a smoking flight.
I thought I was just getting a deal.
Do you have to
and the
smoke?
guy next one's like, gives him a big face full of smoke.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Blast that smug feature right off their face.
Of like if they had a no smoking light, it would go bing and it'd fucking flick off and be like, yeah, you can smoke now.
Yeah,
Smoke it up,
literally
or it would turn on. It would be just a cigarette without the line through it.
yeah,
Do it.
yeah. It's default no smoking, but then when they hit like the altitude or whatever, then
go ahead, smoke it up.
fucking goes on. I'd love to finally see the ashtray in the bathroom be used, because you know how there's always an ashtray in a fucking airliners.
I don't look for them.
Dude, they're right on there.
I believe you, but I haven't noticed them.
But it's just so weird that there's literally like a smoking, like cigarette disposal in the door in almost every plane, or every plane that I've been on in the past year, which has been way more than I have in the past 10 years. Yeah, look when you're in the bathroom, because they do.
I can't believe they don't allow smoking in the bathrooms, and they put so much stuff about how you can't smoke in the bathrooms. Like, I kind of get it's like they don't want people to be sitting in there for 20 minutes chain smoking, which I get. But at the same time, if they're gonna like, they should allow that because it's ventilated, it's closed. I feel like it wouldn't be bothering other people. They have the ashtray already there. Sometimes it's pretty hard to shit on a plane. I don't think I've ever been successful at it. So I think a smoke would help a lot.
My wife's sister, she brought her vape on a plane, and she fucking vaped in the bathroom, and the fucking alarm started to go off.
She didn't know.
and it stopped. But she just kind of like sheepishly got out of the bathroom. And it's kind of funny because I wonder how loud it is outside of the bathroom. Like, I kind of wish I was on that flight or on a flight when the alarm starts going off in the bathroom, just to see what the person looks like when they come out.
Hopefully that wasn't too loud. They peek out in the entire plane.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hopefully nobody heard that.
Dude, I'm betting the flight attendants get like a fucking warning of some sort when when the alarm goes off.
Yeah, probably.
It probably is like if it happens real quick and the person stops and it doesn't happen again, it's like, are they really going to hassle them about it?
That's true, especially like a vape. It's like, I get it, it's not allowed, but at the same time, like, are they really going to go out of their way to try and prove that? That does seem pretty fucking hard. Like, no, you were smoking in there. It's like, you can't even smell it, you know what I mean? Like, I put on some perfume, that's why it smells like fucking lychee melon ice freeze blast.
Okay.
It's my favorite vape.
Yeah.
We are villains.